Is Trump's 2025 immigration reform a bold step for national security or a prelude to unprecedented controversy? Discover the truth behind the policies shaping America's future. On January 20th, 2025, President Donald Trump signed a sweeping executive order. This moment was highly anticipated and came after months of speculation and debate. The executive order, which was signed in the Oval Office with key members of his administration present, aims to overhaul the current immigration system in the United States. It marked a new chapter in his administration's approach to immigration. The order is seen as a cornerstone of Trump's second term, reflecting his commitment to fulfilling campaign promises. The sweeping changes proposed are expected to have far-reaching implications for both immigrants and American citizens alike. The order outlines a series of reforms targeting both legal and illegal immigration. These reforms include stricter border controls, changes to visa programs, and new regulations for asylum seekers. The administration argues that these measures are necessary to protect national security and ensure that immigration policies serve the best interests of the country. These reforms have sparked intense debate across the nation. Supporters and opponents alike have taken to the streets, social media, and public forums to voice their opinions. The debate is not just about policy, but also about the values and identity of the nation. Supporters praise the president for prioritizing American citizens, while critics argue the measures are discriminatory and inhumane. Proponents believe that the reforms will create more job opportunities for Americans and reduce the strain on public services. Critics, however, warn that the policies could lead to human rights violations and damage the country's reputation as a land of opportunity. The executive order has ignited a firestorm of controversy, raising questions about the future of immigration in America. Media outlets have been flooded with coverage, and social media platforms are abuzz with discussions and debates. The order has become a focal point in the national conversation, with everyone from politicians to ordinary citizens weighing in. The order focuses on several key areas, including border security, legal immigration pathways, and job creation for Americans. By tightening border security, the administration aims to prevent illegal crossings and enhance the safety of the nation. Changes to legal immigration pathways are intended to streamline the process and prioritize skilled workers. Additionally, the order includes provisions to boost job creation for American citizens, ensuring that they have access to employment opportunities. It represents a significant departure from previous administrations. Unlike past policies that focused on integration and support for immigrants, Trump's approach is more restrictive and enforcement-oriented. This shift has been met with both praise and criticism, reflecting the deep divisions within the country on the issue of immigration. Trump's approach prioritizes restricting immigration, aiming to reduce the number of immigrants entering the country. The construction of the border wall, increased funding for immigration enforcement, and stricter visa regulations are all part of this strategy. The administration believes that these measures will help to secure the borders and protect American jobs. The order is just the beginning of what is sure to be a long and contentious process. As the administration moves forward with implementing these reforms, legal challenges and political opposition are expected. The legislative and judicial branches will play crucial roles in determining the ultimate fate of the executive order. It remains to be seen how these reforms will be implemented, and their impact on the lives of millions remains uncertain. The coming months and years will be critical in shaping the future of immigration policy in the United States. As the nation grapples with these changes, the debate over immigration is likely to remain a central issue in American politics. One of the most controversial aspects of Trump's executive order is its challenge to birthright citizenship. This executive order has sparked a nationwide debate, drawing attention from legal experts, politicians, and everyday citizens alike. The concept of birthright citizenship, which grants automatic citizenship to anyone born on U.S. soil, has been a fundamental principle of American identity and law for over a century. However, Trump's order aims to redefine this principle. specifically targeting children born in the United States to undocumented immigrants. The order aims to end birthright citizenship for children born in the United States to undocumented immigrants. This move has been seen by many as an attempt to curb illegal immigration and address what Trump and his supporters view as a loophole in the immigration system. Critics argue that this policy change could lead to a significant increase in the number of stateless children who would be born in the U.S. but not recognized as citizens by any country. This policy, enshrined in the 14th Amendment, has been a cornerstone of American citizenship for over a century. The 14th Amendment, ratified in 1868, was originally intended to grant citizenship to former slaves and ensure equal protection under the law. Over time, it has come to symbolize the inclusive nature of American society, offering a path to citizenship for all individuals born on U.S. soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status. Trump argues that birthright citizenship has been misapplied, claiming it has encouraged illegal immigration. He believes that by ending this practice, the U.S. can better control its borders and reduce the incentives for undocumented immigrants to enter the country. Supporters of the executive order argue that it is a necessary step to protect American jobs and resources and to uphold the integrity of the nation's immigration laws. His order seeks to reinterpret the 14th Amendment, a move that has been met with fierce opposition. Legal scholars and civil rights organizations have raised concerns about the constitutionality of such a change, arguing that the president does not have the authority to unilaterally alter the Constitution. They warn that this could set a dangerous precedent, allowing future administrations to bypass the legislative process and undermine the rule of law. 18 Democratic state attorneys general and the American Civil Liberties Union have filed lawsuits. These legal challenges aim to block the executive order and uphold the principles of the 14th Amendment. The attorneys general argue that the order is not only unconstitutional, but also harmful to the social fabric of the nation, as it threatens to strip citizenship from individuals who have known no other home but the United States. They argue that the president's order is unconstitutional, claiming it violates the 14th Amendment's guarantee of citizenship to all persons born in the United States. The lawsuits emphasize that the 14th Amendment was designed to be a broad and inclusive measure, ensuring that all individuals born on American soil are granted the full rights and privileges of citizenship. This interpretation has been upheld by numerous court decisions over the years, reinforcing its status as a bedrock principle of American law. The lawsuits argue that the president does not have the authority to unilaterally change the interpretation of the Constitution. They contend that any changes to such a fundamental aspect of American law must go through the proper legislative channels, involving both Congress and the judiciary. This legal battle is not just about the specifics of birthright citizenship, but also about the broader question of executive power and the limits of presidential authority. The legal battle over birthright citizenship is likely to be lengthy and complex, with the potential to reshape the future of American citizenship. As the courts weigh in on this contentious issue, the outcome could have far-reaching implications for immigration policy, constitutional law, and the very definition of what it means to be an American. The nation watches closely, aware that the decisions made in this case will reverberate for generations to come. Border security is another central pillar of Trump's immigration reform agenda. The executive order calls for increased military presence along the U.S.-Mexico border. Trump has long advocated for a fortified border wall, seeing it as essential to curbing illegal immigration and drug trafficking. The order directs the military to take a more active role in border enforcement, including deploying troops to deter unlawful crossings. The order also reinstates the Remain in Mexico policy, requiring asylum seekers to wait in Mexico while their cases are processed in U.S. courts. It ends the catch-and-release practice, which allowed asylum seekers to enter the U.S. while their cases were pending. Trump argues that these measures are necessary to deter frivolous asylum claims, seeking to prevent individuals from exploiting the system and ensuring that only legitimate asylum seekers are granted entry. Critics argue that these policies violate international law, claiming they put vulnerable migrants at risk. Section 4. Closing the door. Reshaping legal immigration pathways. Trump's executive order also introduces significant changes to legal immigration pathways. The order suspends the refugee resettlement program for 90 days. This program has been instrumental in providing refuge to individuals fleeing persecution. The suspension will particularly impact Afghan refugees. Many had assisted the United States during the war in Afghanistan. They were promised safe haven in America. The order also expands expedited removal. This process allows for the swift deportation of individuals without providing them a court hearing. This expansion applies to those who have been in the United States for less than 2 years. Critics argue that expedited removal denies due process. They claim it increases the risk of deporting individuals with legitimate claims to remain in the United States. These changes to legal immigration pathways reflect a broader shift in policy. They prioritize restricting immigration over providing refuge and opportunity. Section 5. Jobs for Americans. First, the economic impact of immigration reform. Trump's immigration reform aims to protect American jobs by restricting work permits for non-citizens. The administration believes this will reduce competition and prioritize American workers. Critics argue that immigrants play a crucial role in the economy, filling essential roles and driving growth. They claim that restricting work permits and benefits harms both immigrants and the economy. The debate over the economic impact of immigration is complex and will continue to shape American politics.